I like these on the proactive play. They feel good, honestly. They feel nice. We can snipe Bronwyn with Technician. What's my Nero for? These ones, huh? Yes! Yes! Let's go! Let's go! Don't you underestimate my little homie. Don't you underestimate him. Yeah, that's right. Gotta be, man. It's gotta be a magic moment. We keep doing them.
Long live, etc.
That's a lot of frost, man. Don't worry, we got the math. Oh, I like it. Golden Child's getting heat wave. They're gonna play it now. They're gonna try 2-0 me probably. No? We chilling. They're playing Frost, but we chilling, baby. Yo, we got a deck full of golds. We're gonna pull all our golds now. Watch this. Yes. And they're gonna play it early probably, right? Watch this. We're gonna pull every damn gold you can imagine. We need Dwarven Chariot for this one. It's going to be Xavier or Defender now. I'm calling it. Ladies and gentlemen, speak it into existence. We do need dwarfs for this. Dwarven Chariot then, huh? Ask and you shall receive on this day. Amen. Is that all? If it's a dwarf, give it 2 armor. We're losing it, huh? Frost will hit this next. Mate. Guys, we slayed it with this deck today. Hey, what's up, legends? Welcome back to another deck guide. Before we get into today's list, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so now. My next objective is to reach 10,000 subscribers, and I'd really appreciate your help and support in achieving that goal. For today, I've put together a dwarves list. As you can see, Mahakam Forge is a leader ability that we're utilizing. So with this leader, spawn and play Tempering. That's that nature card that you see there. Allows you to boost an ally by 5 if it's a dwarf Also give it 2 armor. When we're playing this deck out, we kind of want to reserve our leader to be safe to be used on Brewer, just to work with Brewer's Barricade. In some instances, you could also use it on Fegus to provide extra protection to a row. Bear in mind with this leader ability that also all dwarves in our starting deck get 1 armor, which is pretty nice with the different armor synergies for these units. So as far as when to use leader, I guess it would either come out around 2 or 3, okay? Crystal Skull is the stratagem that we're utilizing. We get to boost an allied unit by 4, give it fail. I've gone with this stratagem just to give some protection to our units here. In particular, we could give it to the Dwarven Skirmisher, Pyrotechnician, perhaps even Dwarven Chariot. Xavier's also a good target. So what I'm going to do is run you through this list bottom up, explain how best to play each card, and when to play it during a match, and then we're going to discuss how to execute strategy for this deck. So to begin with, we've got 2 Dwarven Skirmishers. What I like about these cards is that they add some soft control to our deck, okay? So deploy melee, damage an enemy unit by 3. If it survived, gain 1 armor. So we could decide to use that way, in a sense where we're gaining more armor. Or we could just go for the kill on a unit. With the order, barricade, damage an enemy unit by 3. Bear in mind the order ability is not melee row locked. We just need to have armor on this unit for it to be used. We could use 1 Dwarven Skirmisher round 1 and then save the other for round 2 or 3. Double Mahakam Guard. We can't have a row stacking emphasis with this deck, especially because we're playing Brewer, and these cards too. So the way these cards work is that on deploy, boost self by the number of allied dwarf units on this row. I suggest we use Mahakam Guard round 1 as a way to close out round 1. So it'll be like our final plays of round 1, and just gives us some nice point slams. As tech cards, I've got Squirrel in this deck. Deploy, banish a card from your opponent's graveyard. You can target an Echo card, or perhaps an important unit, which may get replayed by the opponent. You're going to kind of use Squirrel as you need to during a match, obviously. Sometimes it's more relevant, sometimes less relevant. We've got Double Miner. With the order, boost an allied unit by 2. If it's a dwarf, also give it 4 armor. Once again, I added Miner in here because it adds to the different barricade synergies that are required for these units. So we may wish to play Miner out when we're playing Brewer. I think that's a good idea. And then perhaps save the other Miner to be played with these 2 units in particular that you see. So more of a round 2 or 3 card. We've got Pella as a tech against statuses. Deploy, you get to purify unit. So if your opponent has a resilience unit, you can remove that status. Defender status, get rid of it. Allows you to access the row where the defender is on. And of course, if one of our units gets locked or poisoned, we can target that also. We've got double Pyrotechnician. Damage a random enemy unit and self by 4. That's the order. I think a nice way to play Pyrotechnician is proactively into rounds. Let's say your opponent plays an engine at a low power. Then you'd be able to take it out because it's the only unit there, right? So you take away some of that randomness from the order. In some matches, it may not feel so good when the opponent's swarming a lot of lower powered units. So try to time this effectively. I find this card can be played out pretty much any time. Perhaps we'd rather use it round 1 or 2, both of these. We've got 2 Dwarven Chariots. More armor synergy. So on deploy, melee boosts off by 4, gain 2 armor. Deploy ranged, spawn 2 Rowdy Dwarves on your melee row. The order is given allied unit 1 armor. So with Dwarven Chariot, we want to save this to be played with Munro, Zoltan, and also with Brewer, just because it's got that nice ability to keep giving armor to our units. And good thing with Dwarven Chariot is that it has good synergy with Brewer because it gives more dwarfs with armor to a row. With Munro, we can transform the Rowdy Dwarfs. In some cases, it could make Mahakam Guard play for greater value as well. I'd say try to save this card for round 2 or 3 though. Then for some thinning consistency, we have Mahakam Volunteers. So we have 2 copies. Deploy, if you control a dwarf, summon all copies of this unit from your deck to this row. Basically what that means is that we want to keep one of these copies in deck at all times. When we play this, we thin the other out. I suggest we thin these out around 1, and we can kind of do that through Novigradian Justice, the special card we have in this deck. That's how I like to do it particularly. Then we've got Doragiri. I just wanted to add some balance into this deck. So it's got high tempo plays and some aspects of control. On deploy, lock a unit. What I like about this card is that it also allows us to lock any unit. It could be a unit on our side, such as False Siri, or maybe a beast summoned by Sove. So I like that flexibility with this card. Sultan's Company. Spawn 2 Rowdy Dwarves on an allied row. Increase the number of spawn Rowdy Dwarves by 1 for each Sultan in your starting deck. So Rowdy Dwarf is the token unit, and we have both of these Sultans here. So we'll be getting 4 Rowdy Dwarves. And the reason I have Sultan's Company is I like to play it behind Defender and make Brewer play for greater value by giving Brewer consistency, an instant ability to swarm a number of dwarves so he can boost quite well for us, okay? So save this to be played when you're committing Brewer, round 2 or 3. Got Xavier. Xavier's a nice card here. Melee row locked. Whenever you play a dwarf, gain 1 armor. Barricade. At the end of your turn, boost off by 1. So this needs armor to keep boosting. I like to use this as a proactive play round 1. It gives us passive points, helps us to win round control. Sultan, Resilience. Deploy, boost adjacent dwarves by 2. I suggest we establish Sultan round 1 for Resilience. Latest round 2, of course, to get that Resilience value. And we kind of want to play this Resilience unit really late, round 1, just to make sure it doesn't get answered by anything. It gives us that carryover. Then we've got Figures to provide protection to our engines. In particular, it's going to be for Brewer. That's the whole reason I really have Defender in here. So the order is that move Self to the other road. Not too concerned with that. It may help us in some cases. But what we're looking to do is either play Defender, round 2, round 3, and as I said, just saving it to be played with Brewer at that time. Nilfgaardian Justice. Play a Bronze Dwarf or Crown Splitter unit from your deck. If you already control a Dwarf or Crown Splitter, also spawn Cleaver's Muscle on the allied melee row. So Cleaver's Muscle is going to be this 5-powered unit we see here. So the idea is that, as the card states, make sure we don't play this until we have a Dwarf down first. We can play this round 1 to help gain round control. It's a high tempo play. And go for the Mahakam Volunteers. Leave them in your deck if you can and thin them out through this. I like that tempo at that time. For more control, got Heatwave just as a tall punish option. And Heatwave always plays pretty consistently. Allows you to banish a unit or an artifact. Could save this as at the end of the match for a tall punish option. We've also got Brewer here, really strong dwarf engine. Deploy, gain 1 armor for each dwarf in your hand. We may wish to bring our attention to that. It could help us a bit when we time the play of this card. Barricade, at the end of your turn, boost all dwarves with armor on this row by 1. Then lose 1 armor. So Brewer's a card you either want to bleed with, 2-0 with, or you can save for a round 3. Okay, or we could go a long round 3 with this card. You don't want to play this round 1. It's too strong, too effective for that. Row stack your dwarfs. Play Defender first before playing Brewer. Give him protection. He's an important unit. Then we've got Monroe. Zeal Order. Transform 1 allied Rowdy Dwarf into a Dwarf Berserker. Cooldown 2, but if it's got armor, the cooldown's set to 1. Rowdy Dwarf, the token unit you see here once again. So this unit is creating these units here. Engine unit, Dwarf Berserker. We kind of want to save Monroe to be played in combination with Dwarven Chariot and also Zoltan Warrior, round 2 or round 3. They're a nice package play. They kind of support each other with the cards they spawn and how they work. Because as you can see with Zoltan Warrior here, deploy, damage 2 enemy units by 3. For each unit that survived, spawn a Rowdy Dwarf on this row. So we kind of want to emphasize not destroying units with a deploy. Target like a 4-powered unit or something like that, I guess. Barricade, at the end of your turn, damage a random enemy unit by 1. And yeah, this card could also give consistency to Brewer, really, because it's spawning dwarves. Consistency for Brewer and for Monroe. So keep those different synergies in mind. Round 2 or 3 play. And then to finish, just for consistency and Neuromancy, it's an Echo card, so we get to play it twice. And allows us to play any card from our deck. Try to save a Nero for your important cards. Basically our gold cards, that's what we want to save for. Something like Heatwave, Brewer, and the top end Dwarf gold cards you see here. So now that I've run you through the list, let me explain how to execute strategy for this deck. This deck is more on the high tempo side. It's less of a control list. What we really want to do is push hard to win round 1. Bleed round 2, if not 2-0 the opponent. If we can't 2-0, just go for a short round 3. But in saying that, if we're versing a deck that's a non-control heavy, you could also consider going a long round 3 because that gives Brewer a lot of time to generate a lot of boost, okay? So bearing that in mind, cards to commit round 1 could be a combination of, you could play out Xavier, Nilfgaard Justice, thinning out Mahakam Volunteers, you could play Pyro, you could play Mahakam Guards, both of them if you like, one Dwarven Skirmisher, maybe a lock if you need some control. It should be enough to get you round control. And into round 2, just try to 2-0 the opponent. Hopefully you've got a good hand to do that. What you play round 2 or round 3 depends on the kind of combination you got in hand, okay? So maybe round 2, if you see you've got Zoltan Warrior, Munro, Dwarven Chariot, maybe you want to bleed with those cards. And then in a round 3, you could rely on Brewer, Defender, Zoltan's Company. Okay, so bear those different synergies in mind. Look at your hand and get a feel if you can 2-0 the opponent or not. If you can, just go all in. So thanks very much for your time and support, and I hope you enjoy the following matches. Blood Scent, Monsters deck. Squirrel. Okay, nice, a Neuromancy. Curse Scroll as a stratagem. It's going to be a bit low tempo for them. Cave Troll. What is going on here? I think we best Pella right away. What are they trying to do? Unseen Elder right away? They're gonna Witch's Sabbath some strong vamps. Iteran.
Thanks for the offer, but I prefer to create my own company.
And what is that for? It's gonna be Operator. Nice hit. Shall we go for Justice with this? Nilfgaard Justice, I think so.
Next time it'll be personal.
Try to get rid of Iteran. We can thin out the deck. Mahakam Volunteers. Got Sultan. Got a few good cards here. Oh! Oh my goodness. Whoa! There's some big provisions.
We're the best regiment in the whole plowing north.
We may have to pass, actually. Honestly. Yeah. I think we pass. Thanks. Likewise, man. Nice to see you. Got an interesting vampires list we're versing. Golden Necker. Hey, what's up, Lemon? We're playing dwarves today, friends. All right. Just playing the wholesome decks. Nothing crazy, filthy on the control. Just some high tempo, fun stuff. They play Alyssa for Golden Necker. Is it one of those ones?
I will not let this become a second Sodden.
Not enough? That can be quite strong, man. Oh, they did it.
A rock toppled and beneath it a scorpion revealed.
I think they're really going to go for it here then. Right? Don't they? Yeah. We gotta kind of always watch out for it when we see Golden Necker, don't we? Yeah, I mean, we got the heat wave there. I did spend Pella for Defender. Round 1. An Alp appears. Absolutely incredible. Play lower costed just to stay ahead.
Humans above, beasts below. None of which is worse.
Hey, what's up, Shu? Yep. Good, good, good. Unfortunately, they just passed before I could throw this. I mean, he still plays good value. Why not? Maybe armor synergy is important now. We want to pull Defender or Brewer now. That's what we're looking for. What can you do? Good proactive play. If they put an engine out, we kill it. That's how I like to play the technicians. Yeah, you see? Just kill that now. Happy days. Is this a Zeal? No, it's not, is it? Necromancer's Tome. Oh, crap. I think we just want to get Brewer down as early as possible, right? Good morning from Greece. Tikanis, Gala.
Mahakam
Thanks, Drake. Appreciate it. Nice to see you. Thank you very much. All the best. I'll catch you next time then. Oh, that's good. They're gonna kill that for me? Then I can put guard there? I like it. We'll snipe one now. Watch. I probably want it to die. Yeah, because it makes guard play for higher value. I probably don't want to put leader into Brewer. We just use Dwarven Chariot that way. Save leader for something else, maybe. Okay, looks good. I like it. We'll have to go miner next. They got good points, man. This ain't no joke. This deck. Honestly. But Brewer's just really strong if you don't answer him. Wow. Okay, it's just a Brux. But look, still bringing it back because it's home. Jeez Louise. No way, mate. We're taking you out with the dwarfs. For Mahakam. Nice. Sup, Dozen, how are you? Guys, I'm feeling blessed. I'm running into wholesome stuff. So good for us. Yeah, we're gonna call this the wholesome stream. The wholesome day. For Mahakam. Waiting for Office to join. Yeah. Where the hell is Office? Bring him in. This isn't a proper stream unless everyone is here, okay? We gotta bring the regulars. Bring the regulars in. Well, this is actually a Symbiosis unit. So let's just get rid of it. Winning on even round 1 always feels absolutely great. I'll try to. I do love the tempo with dwarves. It always feels really nice. I feel we can win on even usually with a deck like this.
Though trees live longer than humans, they need protection from.
Feels really, really nice. I mean, we could go that way. We could also go this way.
We have done
And it still does the job. No worries, Dozen. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Probably Xavier next. Another one? Okay, right. They're boosting it. That's smart. I'll try not to waste my golds too much. Try. Pyrotechnician maybe not so good in this matchup because of the Wandering Trend. It can feel a bit like less effective. One rebuke. And try to keep it alive if we can help it. If they rebuke that, it's got 5 armor. It's not really going to do anything. The Siege deck? Is that what the one you're asking about, right? Feels good, but it's really hard against Skellige. Skellige Warriors, I feel like they just destroy like any kind of engine deck. Way too much control, man. Like, you know that list I put up, Patricidal Fury? Yeah, that one. It just smashes so much. But other than that, feels good. Yeah, we got the win on even. With the resilience unit down. SK raids are meta and pretty much top tier if you ask me. Thanks, Dozer. Free bleed, huh? Yeah, we could thin. Okay. Could do a proactive play with a pyro. Could be alright here.
Have you seen a fuse flying about, have you?
We just enjoy the round now because we won on even. Just kick back and enjoy wholesome dwarfs. If I lock it, they probably have Dryad's Caress. We may be able to snipe it with Zoltan Warrior. Oh, that could be dangerous for them. That could be very, very dangerous. It's a very dangerous game they're playing now.
Can dwarves fight? The fish pissing lakes.
Gwent just got real. So they have another Rebuke. Potential triple if they got Forest Protector. But I think what happens is we play down, and then at a certain point we're going to Heat Wave the 10. And probably take card advantage. Maybe something like that happens. We can consider locking this, bait them into playing Dryad's Caress into it, and making an even bigger Heat Wave.
Mankind is a virus, a plague.
Hey, what's up, Fox? How are you? Yeah, well, thanks. Always good to see you. Yep. Uh-huh.
What a that's a poison.
Probably just play Heat Wave and then see where that puts us. Yeah. Uh-huh. Good. Nice. Could consider going all in. Just depends what they play. Is this Simless Harvest? Do they have that? We didn't see it. That's awesome. Nice to hear. What's their last card? I'm getting a Neuromancy back.
Humans grow bold.
You
We
must
must be
save the
vigilant.
Nice. Ah, fantastic. That's just what we need. And now we're running into all the heavy control stuff. Go back to Symbiosis. Bring me my Symbiosis back. And even vampires I wouldn't mind. It's a memer's nightmare, Dub. A memer's worst nightmare.
I shall not repeat Emir's mistakes.
That's nice to know. They play Fire Scorpion. Maybe we hold it. And we get a 50-50. Okay, I don't know what they've got in mind here. Just use it. I kind of don't want to use this right now. Justice, is it? Might be able to make that work with this now for something. Yeah, there we go. Dwarfs control. Dwarfs Enslave. Nah, that's too much. I'm trying to stay positive, guys. I'm not gonna let control decks break the spirit of us playing dwarfs today. Are we gonna see Ku played? Would they just seize Zoltan of Leader, you think? Or maybe it's a bit harder for them now. Bonjour, ça va? Oh, wow.
Now reduce your pathetic realms to embers.
Ooh. We play it again?
A wee hint. Dinny jiggle this.
Squirrel? That's kind of a slow play. Don't have much left to play out here, or what? We have resilience, so I guess I could keep playing. Squirrel didn't look aggressive to me there. Looked too friendly to intimidate me. Yes, we're playing Dwarf's Friend. Just wholesome stuff today. What's our best bet? Try to 2-0.
Have you seen a fuse flying about, have you?
We got kind of a mixed hand here. It's kind of mixed. We're missing company for Broover and Defender to play that as a package. Pray. That's how you do it, man. Listen, that's too much of a complex question on a wholesome stream, all right? That's too stressful. Yeah, it's gonna be something like that. But then we're gonna remember Hefty Helga as well. You know what I mean? There's a few different cards we're looking out for. Bleed them dry. A lot of threats. There's a few different threats. Ah, should use the order. Okay, -1 point. That's okay.
Fighting me is like snogging a hedgehog's arse.
Incredible, dude. Alright, man.
Nothing like a dwarf to get you out of a tight spot.
I don't know, I'm not really happy about that there. Just keep it. Just keep it for the barricade, probably. Just keep it for that boost. If it doesn't feel optimal here. 2 Nausicaa Sergeants, armored. Stop scaring me, Dozen.
I do not mince words on principle.
I'll have to lead it here, I guess. We just pass, huh? Because I got leader and everything. Yeah, let him get the big combo out. Yeah.
The revolution is inevitable. Merely a matter of
I think pass is probably best. So we want Sultan Warrior. Our good units are just gonna get seized by their leader. Like this could just get yoinked right away. Even that could get stolen. This is bad. Either that or this is okay still. If I click squirrel. Yeah. Oh my goodness. This is so bad, man. Maybe that just gets stolen. I don't know. Okay, good. Made him waste lead on something small. Honestly, I'm just trying to like make it awkward for them, like give them bad targets. That's why I'm playing this sequence. Otherwise, it makes sense to go like Xavier early.
Target acquired.
That's nice. Soldier.
Satisfying as a rock in a ripe apple. As good as dead.
Honestly, it's still kind of close.